Hey Raven, so I looked over your lesson plan and here's my feedback. I think this is really well done. I'm just going to provide you with one like kind of add-on piece that I think will make this more effective for the kids, okay? So obviously you're looking at argumentative writing, okay? And this students will be able to is very clear. I think it's direct for what the students will need. All right. Okay, I like that's a good hook. You've got them thinking about something that's relevant to them and working with you. And I like the fact that you're imagining back and forth between you and the students, okay? Here, okay, so we're looking at Winston Churchill's appeal, okay? So I want you to continue to imagine a back and forth here, and you may have, it just may not have shown up in your lesson plan, that's all. You are asking the questions and giving all the answers, and here you're asking the question and giving the answer. Here you're asking the question, and then they have to answer, right? So it's this part right here. Hold on one sec. Here, right here. Okay. So you say, now I have a question for all of you. Do you think this appeal is effective? Discuss it with your group. Walk around and listen carefully. Okay, who would like to share? I think that in order to do this effectively, you probably need to walk through some criteria, because you say, do you think this appeal is effective? So that's an opinion, right? And yes, you're prompting them to think about context, think about author. I mean, you're sort of prompting them towards the rhetorical triangle here, right? But how are they supposed to know whether it's effective, especially when you choose something that has such historical significance? Especially when you choose something from history that may not have a lot of significance to the students, right? So like Winston Churchill is some dead white guy to them that never lived in America in the first place, and it's World War II, and we're so sick of studying that and hearing about that, right? So how are they supposed to know whether it's effective or not? If you didn't want to do it right here, you don't necessarily have to. Maybe you want to see what they're thinking about, right? Walk around and listen to them. Okay, now who would like to share? Okay. Now, now you have them using a transcript of their own speech. By the way, in the differentiation side over here, it's absolutely essential that you have some printed out, because I guarantee you'll have students go, oh, I totally forgot, guess I can't do anything, okay? And then you walk them through the same questions here. Really what you've done is model for it one time, but you didn't break down the steps. You didn't put it into a Q&A question and answer flow. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words so bad. You didn't put it into a question and answer flow. You didn't provide the criteria, right, for those steps to go through this. So what is the appeal the speaker is making, right? Well, in your Winston Churchill example, it was right there in the title, right? What if they had brought in a speech like, okay, here's a great one, right? If I wanted to be a little brat of a student, I'd bring in like Courtney Love's speech about, Kurt Cobain that she made, when she was probably flying high on God knows what drug, okay? There may not even be a point to it, right? What if it's not in the title? Or what if it's really subtle? Like, how am I supposed to know? And then who is the speaker's intended audience? Yours had the super clear-cut audience, right? Well, I'm not really sure. I can't tell. How do I find this, right? What's going to happen when you release kids to do this is you're going to have some kids who start reading and tackling it, and some kids who start reading and they just have this blank look on their face. And you'll go, how do you do it? And they go, I don't get it. What don't you get? The whole thing. What am I supposed to be doing? Well, look at the 3 questions on the board. I know, but I don't know what appeal he's making. How am I supposed to do that? And you're going to have to individually instruct half of your class on this. So think about going back into this lesson plan and doing some more scaffolding in the form of a question answer flow, a list of criterion, something kind of like that. Okay. Other than that, I think you've got a good hook, a good context. I think you bring the kids in effectively. It's just it's the scaffolding part here in the middle that we want done. Okay. Thanks.